Hey, how you doing today? I am Tequila Coleman. In today's video, I'm going to answer one of our God ordained spouse questions. She sent in via our God ordained marriage website. Okay, so here's the question. Is it possible that God called me to be in relation with an unbelieving guy so that he would eventually turn to Christianity? All my previous relationships were different. This feels different. We both made changes for each other, made efforts, and reached a good place since 3 years. But he's not a Christian. Please guide me. Okay, so thank you for sending in your question. So First Corinthians chapter 7, verse 14, it say, "For the unbelieving husband has been sanctified through his wife, and the unbelieving wife has been sanctified through her believing husband." Okay. So it is possible, right? That it once God revealed to you who your God ordained spouse is, and once you come to learn that your spouse is an unbeliever, maybe you're dealing with a prodigal spouse. When you come to learn of what you are dealing with and they turn out to be an unbelieving spouse, a prodigal spouse, then yes, God is calling for you to stand and pray for your God ordained prodigal spouse, simply because your prayers is the very thing that is giving God permission to come in and move according to your prayers. So some of the prayers you want to be praying are, you want to pray for your spouse's salvation. You want to pray that they will turn their life back over to the Lord. You want to pray that they will repent for their sins, get back in right standing with God. You want to also pray and ask God, give my spouse a personal encounter, with you, Father. Right, you just want to really just throw a lot of prayers on your love story, because prayer is the very thing that God uses to move on your behalf. Now, I want to highlight a few things, because in the subject line you wrote unbelieving partner, and in the message body, you referred to this particular individual as an unbelieving guy. Okay. So I want to make sure that if you're going to stand for anyone, like if you're going to be standing praying for anyone, I want to make sure that you are standing for the right individual. Okay. When we talk about these God ordained marriages, we are not the ones choosing our spouses. Okay. God is who is choosing the God ordained spouses. Okay. So God is the one who's going to choose your partner for you. Okay. So if you haven't heard God say this particular individual is your spouse, I don't recommend you standing for this person. Okay. We have to hear, okay, God voice when he tell us this particular individual is your spouse. Like I said, once God reveal who your spouse is, and when you come to learn that they are an unbelieving partner, they are a prodigal, then what God is basically saying is that all it is right now is just a revealing. So he just revealed to you that this is your spouse. He didn't say it's time to date. He didn't say it's time to come together in marriage. He just said that's your spouse, and I want you to pray for your spouse, because God knows everything. God knows, the condition your spouse is in, right? So when we're dealing with these prodigals, God already know. Okay, hands off, divine separation, just pray, because the two of you are not walking on one accord. The two of you are unequally yoked. And because we serve a God who, God is a God of order, right? And like his words say, do not be unequally yoked with unbelievers. This is why he causes divine separation, because he wants the two of you to be equally yoked and walking on one accord. Okay. The both of you knowing exactly who you are to one another, right? And heading in the same direction. So in the meantime, when you're dealing with a prodigal, it's divine separation. The believing spouse, we are to pray for our God ordained prodigal spouses, because our prayers are inviting God into the situation to move, to knock down what needs to be knocked down, to remove whatever needs to be removed, to bring correction, to move our prodigal spouses into healing and deliverance. Okay, this is what our prayers are doing. So you want to make sure you are praying every single day over your spouse. Okay. But but divine separation when you are dealing with an unbelieving or prodigal spouse, okay? Because the divine separation is designed to protect you from the enemy, all right? So that is my advice. I am Tequila Coleman. I'll talk to you all real soon. Take care.